Definitely some wildlife. But yeah, I don't see any signs of any burials that were kind of teetering at the edge. Obviously, historically, with the way erosion works, it may not have been teetering back in the day, but it does look like they avoided this area altogether. And there's the Lightey family here. William O, 1872 to 19 blank, and F.E. O, 1881 to 19 also blank. I'm guessing that both of them didn't get remarried, so something interesting there. This must be the Hart family section here. William Hart, 1854 to 1938, and Elmira, 1859 to 1930. This one, I think we're going to have to pull the flashlight out again for. Okay, I think. Oh my. This might be the side with the writing too. I can see like some remnants. Oh yeah, this is not good. Yeah, this stone has completely been rubbed bare. It appears to me that this is the correct side here. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Alright, I'm still not spotting that. Maybe it was that I was driving and I saw that marker, the Civil War Memorial, from a distance. I don't know. Yeah, no real signs of anything this way. I'm just guessing that they never actually got close. We have a sinking memorial over here. Ooh, some definite wasp activity there. There's Malone, Jake Malone, 1848 to 1911, and Margaret, 1857 to 1914. Oh, I'm getting stalked already. It's definitely getting further and further away from the shoreline. I wonder, that's an interesting impact. It almost looks like something hit it from this side going this way. Maybe something fell down on it, like a tree. That'd be the other thing, that a tree came this way and hit it. I'm guessing that's probably the answer. And the spare section of guardrail that's been hit before, you can tell. So I'm guessing, yeah, this place readily gets hit by falling trees. And coming up on the car again, we're at the Davis family section here. Samuel Davis, 1838 to 1922, and Mary Davis, 1843 to 1926. Looks like two more. Reba L. Davis, 1872, to 1959, and Judson, 1865 to 1946. Huh. And wow, I think that's been a pretty good chunk of this place, really. Although now, seemingly impossible for me to make it back in time, and pump out an episode. I almost might as well stay at this point. Oh, really? Not too many beer cans. I've only seen one bottle and one can so far today. But I'm guessing in a place like this, like I said, it's so close to a public trail like it is, and kind of in also a dark corner of the cemetery. Yeah, I could see how it would become a party place. Or a stealth camping area would be another one that I could envision here. But again, it does seem so well cared for. There's another beer can over here. Honestly though, I would just guess a lot of it's just people walking through at night and throwing their beer can into the woods after they're done. Yeah, I'm not really sure at this point which way to go. I guess we'll head towards this direction here, and then that should be a pretty big section of the cemetery that we've filmed. You see the Curry family here, Christian 1842 into 1922, and Catherine 1841 to 1923. A lot of ants. Apparently mosquitoes now. Okay, wow, some veterans here that unfortunately have been left with only the free markers that are provided by the funeral home. The Rush Holtzberg 1924 to 1995, and veterans marker there. Yeah, looks like little raccoon statue there. Another Holtzberger, which is also a veterans marker. And you see the Carnum Funeral Home and 1953 to 2002. Wow, that's something. You wouldn't think it would be possible for a veteran to be left with a free memorial. Something doesn't seem right about that. Here's a very tiny memorial. This is kind of cool. John Lloyd Hart, March 27th, 1934. And pretty clearly a porcelain frame there with a metal stake. And then below it here, another marker for the same, John Lloyd Hart, 1934, with a little bit of granite, and then it looks like, is that metal? Yeah, a metal heart there. Huh, that's really interesting. I've never seen anything like that. And then a little stake here with what appears to be an incredibly old wind chime. Wow. It's kind of an interesting little find there. I wasn't expecting that. So heading away from our Civil War memorial. So much here to see. This is insane. Okay, so these... Let's check these out. Okay, I'm getting distracted here as I'm looking around. So we have two veterans markers here, and then some interesting painted cement vases, or planters I should say, up there. Laura Baker, 1863 to 1954, and Malone Baker of the 174th Ohio Infantry, which again, it does say 1863, and I'm guessing these two Bakers are a couple, and so I would guess that it wasn't a Civil War memorial. Again, I wish they would actually put that on there, but I mean, when you're talking about something that's, you know, going on 100 years old, it may not always be well, it's not really possible to go back and retrograde change things. This is another baker here, Nettie P. 1878 to 1975, and Frank G. 1881 to 1925 there. And then the keys here, Georgia 1926 to 1928. And then Roger 1939 to 1963. And our painted cement planter here, you can see it's okay. So I thought it might have been yellow at one time, but I think that's actually maybe some growth on it. And then George H. 1898 to 1965, and Wilma 1901 to 1983. And then next to it here we have Samuel 1857 to 1945. So much here to see. There's this wood ring here. It's a very interesting lettering. Lewis E. 1929, Norma C. 1945 to 1948, and then a main wood ring family marker here with S. Janet 1910 to 1987, and Edward E. 1905 to 1971. Ooh. I'm hearing a lot of voices. Maybe there's like a park or something that way. This is unfortunate here. Yeah, I don't even see any names on this. I don't want to move it too much, but if I can reveal. Oh, see, there's nothing on it. That's odd. It almost looks unengraved. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. But the Baby Adele Furnish, 1930 to 1930, and then our furnace section here. David L. 1890 to 1954, and an individual marker, and then Vera 1892 to 1975, and then her individual marker here. And then the Motts here, and they Kenneth R. 1922 to 2010, and Patricia 1926 to 2018, and World War II veteran here. I think there's not much historic this way. It's looking somewhat new. Some of these aren't, though. Let's see, George Jr. Tustison, again, 1927 and 1934. And I'm not really sure. Okay, so no, this is still somewhat historic. Okay, no, we've actually been, was the baker there. I'm getting turned around of exactly where I am at this point. Alright, we'll go this way a little bit and see if we can find some more historic stuff. Again, this is one of those places where it's just kind of all mixed together. And this is Collins here, 1889, Charles, 1889 to 1949, and Effie, 1891 to 1990. That's the second Effie I've seen in this cemetery, and the third recently. Another name that's kind of fallen out of popularity recently. And there's another Zonker here. Oh, that's cool. Princess B. Zonker, 1898 to 1979, and the Walter W. Zonker, 1895 to 1958. Wow, this is actually going to be quite a few episodes at this place. I think we're on our third episode at the very least, and possibly more. So these are starting to get kind of new, but I thought it was interesting because we're so close to our water tower here, and yeah, it just has kind of an interesting there's got to be some kind of park or something that way. I just hear all kinds of people. Oh, it's what does this say? Oh, waterworks. I thought it said wildlife protected area. Kind of an interesting little building there. It goes way up. I think that's actually a camera right there on that little pole sticking out. Anyway, though, kind of an interesting bench here. Cool section. Definitely really recent burials here for the most part. This is sort of historic here. We have the Johnson family, Dale E, 1913 to 1977, and Ada, 1919 to 1972. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so this is pretty much all the way down a brand new section, so amazing place though. This has been an incredible adventure here. Definitely not a lot of lost memorials, definitely a few things here and there that are in need of restoration, but for the most part this place is in epic condition. So yeah, very cool. And of course right on the edge of a public walking trail and biking trail, I guess, one of the riverways, which are really popular here. Very low flying plane there. Must be headed towards an airport too, because it's not the engine sounds very quiet too. So let's see if these are historic at all here. The Klein family of Vernon C? I don't understand that. Obviously, it's some sort of nickname. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, if it's C or Sissy or Cy. We're at Vernon Calet Klein, 1902 to 1982. And then Isla, 1906 to 1993. Another Klein here, Larry Joe, 1958 to 1979. And then Levon Henry Klein, veteran of the U.S. Army that served in Korea, 1927 to 2010. So, another incredible set of historic memorials. Okay, so there's like a church over there, and I think they're having like some sort of picnic or outdoor event. That's what all that noise is. I'm assuming there's like a church over there about a quarter of a mile, eighth a mile away, and there's a lot of cars parked out. So I'm assuming that's what we're hearing out here today. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this location. So thank you all for watching this series here on 539. Again, if you want to support the series, make sure to check out the options below, whether you join Patreon and get your name in the credits. You can check out some of the cool merch that I have on different sites, from prints of my photography to t-shirts repping the 539 name. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you like the videos. Share them on your favorite social media, and of course, just watching every time a new video comes out is probably the best support that you can give. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next adventure.